Okay, so going to do question 7. 7.1, we are asked to determine f prime of x using first principles, right? And f of x is given as 2x squared minus 1. So let's do that. So we know that f of x is equals to 2x squared minus 1, right? Let me see if I wrote it nicely. Yes. So we want to find f prime of x, right? So the first thing we're going to do is going to substitute f of x plus h in this equation. So it's going to be 2 actually 2, where there's x we put x plus h squared minus 1. So that is that. And then f prime of x is equals to the limit when h approaches 0, when h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h, right? So the limit when h approaches 0, so what is f of x plus h? It's equals to this expression here, which is 2 into x plus h squared minus 1, and then minus our f of x is given as 2x squared minus 1, right? So over h. So let's first deal with this expression here of x plus h squared, which is just this one here. So we have x plus h squared, which you can expand as x plus h, x plus h. Finding the product, it's x squared plus xh plus xh plus h squared, which is x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. So that is that. So we're just going to substitute it there. So we're having the limit when h approaches 0 into 2 into we're just going to write that expression here of x squared plus 2x h plus h squared, and then we close the bracket, put the squared there, right? No, we don't put the squared. What am I doing? We leave it like that, and then we just say minus 1 and close this bracket here, so it's minus into 2x squared minus 1, just like that, divided by 8. So what's going to happen is this 2 will multiply everything that is inside here, right? And we'll have equals to the limit when h approaches 0 into 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 1, close, minus into 2x squared minus 1, like that, divided by h, right? So what we'll have is the limit when h approaches 0 of 2x squared plus 4xh plus 2h squared minus 1, and then this negative will multiply everything that is inside here, so it's going to be minus 2x squared plus 1 divided by h. So the like terms, you add or subtract them, so this minus 1 will go away with this, this 2x squared will go away with this negative 1, and you will remain with the limit when h approaches 0 of, I'm just going to write this expression here, so it's going to be 4xh plus 2h squared over h, right? So we're having h as common both sides, so we're just going to factorize h, so it's going to be the limit when h approaches 0 of h into 4x plus 2h divided by h. So this h goes away with this one, they divide out, so it's limit when h approaches 0 of 4x plus 2h, right? So h approaches 0, right? So we're just going to substitute 0 where there's h. So we're going to have 4x plus 2 into 0, then the final answer would be 4x. So this is the f prime of x, right? Always check if your answer is right. You can check it beforehand or you can check it after. We know very well that our f of x is equals to is it x squared? Let me first confirm. It's 2x squared minus 1. So we know very well that our f of x equals to 2x squared minus 1. And normally when you find a derivative, it's just by dropping this 2, right? It's going to be 2 into 2x 2 minus 1, right? Minus 0. So it's just going to be 0 here. Let me just not put it even. So f prime of x, right? F prime of x, let me write it nicely. So f prime of x is just going to be, so this 2 multiplied by this 2 is 4x basically. So you must always check whether the final answer is the same as just deriving normally, right? And that way will help you see that you actually, you know what, I am correct with my steps. Thank you very much. Let's just do another question here. Now we're going to do 7.2, right? 7.2 says that we must determine the derivative of this expression here. So I'm just going to write it here. Derivative of 5 into x squared plus x cubed, right? d of dx. So we must first deal with this expression here. We know very well that when something is written like this, it basically means that x squared into 1 over 5, right? And the 1 over 5 will multiply everything here, so it's going to be x to the power of 2 over 5, right? So just going to write that dx into x to the power of 2 over 5 plus x cubed, like that. Then the derivative, we're just going to drop this, so it's going to be 2 over 5. Let me write this nicely. So it will be 2 over 5 x to the power of 2 over 5 minus 1 plus 3x to the power of 3 minus 1. So the answer would be 2 over 5 x to the power of so you get minus 3 over 5, right, plus 3x to the power of 2, but we don't have to write exponents in negative form, so we must always put them in positive form. So you're gonna drop this x to the power of minus 3 over 5 at the bottom, so you have 2 over 5 x to the power of 3 over 5 plus 3x squared. So you can leave it like this, or you can write it as 2 over 5 multiplied by 5 root of x to the power of 3 plus 3x squared. So yeah, it's either you leave it here or you leave it here, it's just up to you. So now let's do the last question, which is 7.2.2. We are given this expression here and we are told that x should not be equals to minus 3 over 2, and we are asked to find the derivative of this expression here. So we have f of x being equals to 4 squared minus 9 over, oh no, let me just use another color. F of x is equals to 4x squared minus 9 over 4x plus 6. So let's factorize this top expression. So f of x is equals to 2x plus 9. We can see that it's the difference of two squares, right? And 2x minus 9, right? And then at the bottom we can factorize 2, so that we are remaining 2x plus 3, right? And I just made a mistake here. I indicated 9 when I'm supposed to write 3 because the difference of two squares. So it's supposed to be 3 and 3 there, right? And yeah, thank you. So what's gonna happen is this will divide out with this, and f of x will be 2x minus 3 over 2. So we divide that 2. We have f of x being equal to 2x over 2 minus 3 over 2, which f of x is equals to x minus 3 over 2. Remember, we want to find the derivative of f of x, so f prime of x, derivative of x is just going to be 1, and the derivative of 3 over 2 is 0, right? So f prime of x is equals to 0. So that is, oh no, sorry, why am I now concluding it's 0? So f prime of x is equals to 1. Yes, so that is it for this question. Off to the next. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, please write them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos.